Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to Chem 152 for the summer of 2021. I'm your instructor. My name is Rob Fremland, and this is your welcome video. Hopefully you're watching this before the first day of class, but I'm going to basically take this time to run through the syllabus and the website to the course and show you everything that's going to go on, explain the class to you, and of course during our first meeting I can explain all of that. So why don't I just jump right into it and go to a screen share, and we'll go into the syllabus for the course. Just give this thing a second. All right, so this is your course syllabus, and the course description you can read for yourself. The idea behind Chem 152 is this is a prep course, so it is assumed that you can do math, but when you go on to general chemistry, they're going to assume that you've taken a course like this. This class assumes that you've never seen chemistry before. We're starting at 0, but I do assume that you can do algebra. So if I say, well, it's just algebra from here, it shouldn't cause you to freak out. I will, of course, go through the problems, but I do expect that you can follow it. I do realize it may be a little bit rusty, but we're starting at 0. So it's a good idea to check with your counselor and determine if this is indeed the right course for you. A lot of our allied health majors, for example, take Chem 100 rather than Chem 152. So you might want to just look into that. Course requisites you can read, course objectives you can read. The textbook for this course is by Evaldo Tro. I think you can probably see this is the book. All right. Any version of the book, if you can, ebook is fine. You can get an older edition. You can get a hardcover, a soft cover, anything like that. If you get old editions, that's okay too. But the course, the references in what we're doing on what day are really for the 6th edition. But I don't care if you use old editions. All right. A couple other things you're going to need is that this is a fully online course, so you're going to need reliable internet. Computer or phone, obviously, to access it. Also, a means to scan files into PDFs, because you're going to have to upload some documents, and I can scribble on them if they're PDFs. So you're going to have to be able to do that. You can certainly use, your phone can do that, and you can scan them into PDFs. All right, a printer is kind of nice to have as well. Office hours, so the course is going to meet synchronously, meaning we'll be in the class at the same time on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm going to hold office hours Mondays and Wednesdays from 9:35 to 11. And everything is going to be by way of Zoom. This is the Zoom access, and the password is 791006. All right. If that timing doesn't work for you, let me know, shoot me an email, and we can work something out. But you really want to be there during our synchronous sessions, all right? And these are office hours, are just additional time. All right, course runs from June 21st through August 12th. And as I said, it is a fully online course, but we are gonna meet at the same time on Zoom a couple days a week. These are scheduled meeting times, and we're gonna meet via Zoom Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:35 to 11. Again, the office hours are at the same time, but they're on Monday and Wednesday. And of course, office hours are just additional time to get help with me, right? It's imperative that you're there. This is when the exams will be given. And I want you to, you're going to take exams synchronously, meaning at the same time as I'm on Zoom, all right? And during the exams, I want your video on. Of course, very few people cheat, but this is just something that we're going to do just to be on the safe side, all right? Looks like there's a little typo here that I can fix. All right, there's several in-class activities, and I'm going to go through, there's a schedule. I'll show you where to access it, so you'll be able to see what's going on what day. So it is important that you're there. I will take roll by way of Zoom, so Zoom can give me a report and tell me who was actually in attendance and how long they were there. Dropping the class is something that's up to you. I'm not going to drop you if you stop showing up. July 23rd is the drop date. If you're enrolled after July 23rd, you will receive a grade. All right, now let me go through the website. Everything is on Canvas. This is Canvas Access. You should have by now received an email also that has the syllabus attached. I'll try to send that out. So, all right, so this is the website for the course, and right now it's not published, but there's a welcome module that has the video that you're watching, okay? Has a copy of the syllabus, has a lecture schedule, just to show you what that lecture schedule looks like. It's actually a PDF, but it tells you each day what we're doing or what you should be doing. So the in-class activities are listed, when you should have homeworks done and so forth, what the in-class activities are, things like that. These are the sections in the textbook that will be covered. So you can see I jump around a little bit, but there are various videos and things and lecture material. This is where you'll find the supporting material in the textbook. And I've broken it down for each week, what you ought to be doing, when the exams are, and things like that, right? Now, the way there's also, this is a link to Zoom, this is a link to student services. This is the academic honesty statement. I want you to read it and then sign it and upload it. And this is something that's required. I want you to do this, just read and make sure you read and understand the academic honesty policy for the campus. Hopefully we never have to use it. All right, then just to show you, the course is broken up into modules that basically cover a subset of the material, and they're relatively short modules. Basically what they are is, this is a PowerPoint that covers the material. All right, the PowerPoints, if you have PowerPoint and you actually download these and open them, they'll run a little bit better. There are animations and things in there that will run better if you actually download the PowerPoint into PowerPoint than if you just watch it through Canvas. But if you watch it through Canvas, it's all there. These are videos of me lecturing over the PowerPoints, and these are YouTube videos. So basically what I would suggest you do is download this, and that way you can scroll through the slides and then you can watch the videos. And I try to keep the videos 15 minutes or so, so I've broken them up. There will be points during a video where it might say, okay, now's a good time to hit pause and try a problem on your own. I'd like you to try to do that. Then you can, start it again and you can see the problem worked out. All right, so it's kind of handy to give you opportunity, and you can certainly watch these videos multiple times. Right? Sometimes there's some reference material. Again, this is just another set of slides, set of PowerPoints and videos and so on. Okay, homework I'll talk about in just a moment, but each module ends with homework. Then there's a couple of them, like this one here is going to end with an exam. All right. The homework, I'll talk about, the homework's not graded in this class. So this is just some problems that you should be able to do. So once you've gone through this module, click on this and you can answer the questions. And this is a worked out answer key. So all the questions I wrote here, these are worked out answers. These are the kinds of questions I put on exams. So it's a good idea to go through these after you do each module. So this is blank, this has the answers. There's also book questions. I don't have the answers to the book questions because all the answers to the book questions are in the book. And certainly during office hours, if you want me to spend some time with you going over these, I'm more than welcome to do it. I'm more than happy to do that with you. Before each exam, there's a review. And so you can go through this. This is this review material for the exam, and this is an answer key to that review, and that will help you as well. And sometimes we schedule these during the synchronous sessions, and sometimes we don't. So for example, if you look here, we have exam review for exam 1. It's actually during an office hour, and then the exam 1. Actually, during the summer, most of the reviews, I have them like you could do them during an office hour, and I'm more than happy to go over the material for you. All right. Anyway, and then the exams, and the exams are all through Canvas. They're like 95 minutes long, plenty of time, and you're going to answer all the questions through Canvas. All right. Some other stuff that's on here, these are just more modules I just don't have blown open. Right. If you have test anxiety, here's some helpful material. Blank periodic table. Also, I do have a module that has exam keys. So for example, these are the exam keys from the spring of 2021 are posted right now. So after you take, so you can use this to look at and help you prepare for your exam. Now, it's not going to be the same exam, but the same person wrote the exam and it covers the same material. So it's kind of, it's going to be very similar. Now, these will stay up. I have all the way through the final. These will stay up until after you take your exam 1. And when you take your exam 1, I will post the answer key to your exam 1. So you can go back and you can look at your exam 1 and you can see what the right answers were, their solutions. Now in Canvas, in this learning management system, they're going to look a little bit different, but they're literally the same questions. It's just that they're plucked into, multiple, Canvas has a structure, and so I've taken the questions and put them into the structure. So that's the website. So you definitely want to access that, bookmark it, and this is where all the material is. And again, I'm not lecturing in the course. I'm not lecturing during Zoom sessions. You're to watch the lectures on your own. They're PowerPoint slides, and these are me lecturing over the slides. And you'll hear I talk way more than what the slide has on, so you definitely want to watch the videos. Gotten good feedback from students. People seem to like them. All right, so I'm not going to lecture during our class sessions. That's for you to do on your own, but I will certainly, I'm more than happy to review material, clarify things during office hours and things. All right, so that's the website. I kind of explained the material. It's all in here. So like I said, it consists of PowerPoints accompanied by videos of me lecturing, and they're the same thing. I suggest you download the PowerPoints and go through them along with the videos. All right. Now, in-class activities. So again, if you look on the schedule, you'll see here, unit conversion activity, problem solving activity. Homework 2 just means you should be able to do homework 2 by then. Mole conversions activity. So what these are in-class activities. They will be during our synchronous sessions, all right? And they are worksheets. So there might be 5 to 10 for the unit conversion one, for example. There may be 5 to 10 unit conversion questions, and I'm going to put you into small groups and breakout rooms on Zoom, and you can just work on them and you can help each other out. I can help you with them. And then typically during about the last half hour of class, I'll close the Zoom set, the breakout rooms, and then I will go through them and work them all out for you. So the idea is that, for example, before you do the unit conversion activity, you should have looked at all these slides, because these are basically the same types of things. All right, so you can look at all this material, and then you can do this activity. Same with all of these. So it's just additional practice that you'll do in class, and I can help you. Now, the way they're graded, they're just 3 points each. So if you do, and I'm going to go over the problems, so there's no reason that you won't be able to do all of them, because you could literally just copy it down, right? Because I'm going to go over them at the end. But I want you to try them on your own. And then the way I grade it, it's 2 points for turning in the problems worked out. So that's something that you'll upload, do by hand on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, upload it as a PDF. And then you get 1 point for being on Zoom when you're actually doing them. So that's for coming to the in-class sessions. And what I'll do with these is at the end of the summer, if you are a borderline grade, meaning 1% below the cutoff, so 85% is an A, if you're at 84% and you've gotten 2/3 of those points, I'll bump you up to the higher grade, right? Not only that, it's going to help you be more successful on the tests and on the exams, homework and things like that. It's just additional problems, and I will be there to help you work through them. And we're doing those during our synchronous sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. All right, homework is all posted on the website, as I said, and they're just a bunch of questions, and then you can answer them. They're not to be turned in. I'm not going to know if you did them or not. I'm not going to grade it. It's not part of your grade. Summertime is just too short a session for you to do homework, turn it in, and have me grade it. So you can do it. You can look at the answers, but by all means, during office hours, if you want me to help you with it, that's what office hours are for. How many times have I begged you to come to office hours during this video already? All right. So exams, as I said, will be given during the synchronous meetings. All right, when we're not doing the worksheets. All right, they're only going to be open during the synchronous meetings, and I want you to be logged into Zoom, and I want your camera on. So during our in-class sessions, I don't care if your camera's on or not. It's nice to see your faces, but I get it that sometimes people don't want to show off what's behind them or whatever. But during the exams, I want your video on. All right, that's just, I think it's kind of obvious why. All exams are given through Canvas. And also I want you to do, now, not true, false, and multiple choice questions, but like anything that's problem solving oriented, I want you to do that on scratch paper. Try to keep it neat, and then you can just upload the answers into Canvas. when the time comes. And then the last question of each exam is for you to upload the scratch paper. Now, couple of things. This is your opportunity for partial credit. So if there's a long problem and there's a step in there where you forgot to multiply by 2, if you just put the answer in Canvas, it's going to be flat out wrong. But let's say it's a 10-point question and I look at your scratch paper and I say, oh, you just didn't multiply by 2. Well, you'll get 8 out of 10 or maybe 7 out of 10, depending on the question, but you'll get partial credit. So A, it's an opportunity for that. Now B, in addition, if it's a problem and you've just got an answer and there's no work shown, I don't care if your answer is right, you're going to get a 0 on it. All right, so I want you to show your work. And it's good habits to get into. This class, I want you to learn really good problem solving skills, because as you go forward into general chemistry, this class is about learning how to be a good chemistry student, how to be a good problem solver. Problem solving skills you will learn in this class are going to carry over through as many chemistry classes as you take, and I would argue a lot of other science type classes. All right, so I think it's pretty clear, and this is all in writing. You can read it later as well. Okay, as I said, answer keys from previous terms are posted, and I will post your answer keys after your exam. Makeup exams very hard to do in the summer, all right? But you need to shoot me an email before the test and say, hey, something's come up, you know, you've got to work or someone is sick, any number of things, but I need to hear from you. If you're in such bad shape in 2021 that you can't shoot me an email, your problem is not your chemistry class, it's way bigger than that. So anyway, and then the final covers everything, and it's going to be the last day of class. All right, it's going to be similar format. All my exams have 5 true, false, 5 multiple choice, and then the rest are going to be short answer problem solving. It's going to reflect the material. Each exam, it will also tell you which homeworks it covers, and so I think it'll be pretty obvious what the material is. Here's the grading scheme. That's what everybody wants to know. So there are 4 exams and a final. Of the 4 exams, I'm going to throw out the lowest, so that's 3 exams, and they're 100 points each. Everybody takes the final. So even if you've gotten perfect scores on everything, you're still going to take the final. And so there's only 4, the grades based on your exams. And then I do an 85, 75, 65 scale. And again, on the in-class activities, if you get at least 18 of the 27 points, I will raise you to the next grade if you're 1% below. So if you have an 84% and you've done these, you'll get the A. All right. So pretty straightforward. And again, if you do those activities, you'll probably do better on the exams anyway. And if you come to office hours and ask for help, you'll probably do better on the exams. Read the textbook, you'll probably do better on exams. Okay, disabilities, I can be pretty accommodating, but I can't do anything if I have no idea. So you've got to let me know. All right. Now, this is some student success stuff. This is good advice. I'm going to spend a couple minutes on it. Also, you need to realize you signed up for an 8-week class. Normal semester is 16 weeks. So class is going to feel like we're going really quickly because we are going really quickly. So that's why it's going to feel that way. So it's going double speed. So if you think you're going to have trouble going that fast, I would really think about it quickly and make a decision quickly, because you know, there's no time for dilly-dally on this. And if you're, you want to think about that. All right. The time management's probably the biggest issue. So make sure you give yourself plenty of time to do the work, watch the videos, go through the PowerPoints. Maybe, you might want some videos, you may want to watch more than once. That's kind of up to you. Some people catch on really quickly. Some people, have to see things a little bit more. And you'll find it's going to vary from topic to topic, and reading the textbook. So really look at the time. A lot of you are going to be in lab. Lab's going to take some time as well. So think of it that if you're taking 2 classes, like a lecture and a lab in the summer, it's like taking 4 classes during a normal semester. I always recommend to students, don't take anything else. Take just your chemistry class. Don't take chemistry and then a history and then a Spanish class or something. This is too much work, right? Reading the textbook, as I said, these are the sections in the textbook. These are for the 6th edition, but you can see where things are. Read through that while you're doing this. It'll reinforce the material. Sometimes you might find that you like the way the textbook explains it better than the way I explain it. That's wonderful. I don't care. The textbook, the explanation, if you like it better, that's fine. All right. Participate in the synchronous activities, of course. Taking notes in addition to the notes I'm giving you, great idea. If you guys want to, try to make friends and get together, whatever way outside of class nowadays, because the pandemic's pretty much over, you could meet in the coffee shop and do stuff. It's completely up to you. The only reason this class is online is because when we had to write the schedule, we weren't sure. So doing the homework, keeping up is very important. Doing the homework, even though it says here it's 10% of your grade, that's not 10% of your grade. That's a mistake I made. In the syllabus. I'll fix that. I'm making this video and then I'm going to probably make a couple of little minor changes and things. It's not part of your grade. I just rolled this I made changes from my fall syllabus. So sorry about that. Asking questions. Classroom behavior code of conduct you can read, but let me talk a little bit about academic honesty. Online, there's a major temptation to go to the internet to get answers. You do not want to go to the internet to get answers. It's not a good idea. Right? Look at my material first, my lecture material, textbook second, then maybe the internet. The problem with the internet is, of course, there's a lot of crap on there, a lot of stuff that's wrong. There's also a lot of stuff for chemistry. It's gonna be like at a graduate level. This is not a graduate level course, so I don't want these really deep explanations. All right. The other temptation that students have is just, Googling an answer. And it's hard to police that, but you are going to be expected to know a certain set of material when you go into the next course. And if you are someone who cheats your way through, it's going to catch up to you. And again, we can catch you, and it's just not pretty. So you don't want to do that. It really isn't doing you any good at all to do that kind of thing. So in the short run, you might get a grade, but it wouldn't be a grade that you deserve, and it doesn't reflect your knowledge of the material. Okay, again, this is a document I'm going to ask you to sign. All right, and then that's pretty much it. All right, each week, there's only 8 weeks, each week, probably on Sunday evening, I'm going to send out an announcement through Canvas just to remind you of what we're doing for that week, even though it's in this schedule. This schedule probably won't change. If it does, I'll let you know, but I'll send you a notice every Sunday evening that says, okay, don't forget this week, such and such is due. You're going to have this assignment or whatever. You should be going over these things. So just to help remind you. So read my announcements. I'm not going to flood you with 15 announcements a week, but I'm going to send you one every Sunday. If I send you another during the week, that means it's important. So you should definitely read it. All right. So that pretty much takes care of the course. But by the time you read the actual syllabus, these little mistakes will probably be fixed, but I apologize for that. I'm making this video a little bit early. Anyway, I hope that gives you a good feel for what's going to go on in the class. And I look forward to meeting you through Zoom and talking to you and working with all of you. So have a good one, and I'll see you soon.